Hello everyone, my name is Lance90 and welcome to Let's Play Cogmind. The intro sequence for this game is really cool, but I wasn't prepared to record yet, so we missed it unfortunately. But now we're in the game. It just started up. This is my first time playing it, and it just puts you right into the game. There's no main menu or anything. Hopefully everything works out visually, because for some reason the game doesn't work with game capture on OBS or window capture, so I have to use display capture, which is like one of the least good methods of capturing things, but that's fine. Hopefully it'll be alright. So, Cogmind is an ASCII art roguelike. Well, it's not an ASCII right now, it has like a tile set, but there's actually a button to toggle it into ASCII if we wanted to, but we're just going to run it like this for now, I think. It's a lot like Cataclysm DDA, except it follows the more traditional rogue formula of being in a dungeon. Instead of descending downwards, though, you're ascending upwards, which is interesting. So you're everything in the game's about robots instead of anything else. Like, it's not fantasy or anything. Right now we're just like this floating little core thing, robotic core, and it we have all these power slots that we can fill up, like with our power center, and then our propulsion type, which will be legs, wheels, or treads. And then there's also like floating stuff later, I think, as well. Some utility stuff, and then weapon slots. And then we have our inventory. We have our core HP, which I don't think there's any way to heal. If your core is destroyed, it's GG, no re. And then your energy, it's your power available to you to do things with, and matter, which is also sort of a resource you have to manage. We have to manage our heat, we have to watch out for system corruption, and also displays like our speed and location and things. So we'll just kind of get into it here. Like I said, I haven't played it before, so I actually don't know what all the control keys are. I think F7's just the Intel screen, that's fine. I think maybe it's Control F7. That's the tactical HUD, which just gives us some more extra information about what things do. Here's the help menu. Let me just scan over this pretty quick. Lots of things. Let's just play it by ear. So we are in this little cave looking thing. I don't know if we can like look at what the terrain, what it's made of. Pressing like my usual keys, but it's not really doing anything. Let's see. Probably not. I don't think it really does. I don't think that's really a feature in these more traditional roguelike games. That's more of a Dwarf Fortress and Cataclysm kind of thing to be able to see what the terrain's made of and stuff. Monster Manuel. Alright. I at least want to know the key that lets us see what everything around us is. Let's see. Items control tab, perhaps? No. Intel overlays, perhaps. There's a way to see everything on the ground, like what it is. I don't know. Maybe I haven't even noticed this side on the side here. Maybe this is. Toggle intel left. Oh no, I can't find it. I am revision 17. Oops, please delete that sentence from your memory. I really shouldn't be revealing my identity to complete strangers. From the confused gleam in your metallic surface, I take you weren't able to deduce any important information from my name anyway. By the way, you look awfully naked. I can't just walk around here like that, or float, I guess, whichever it is you're doing there. No, I spotted some old spare parts nearby, or it could be my visual receptors playing tricks on me. No doubt they'll do much good to you unless no, you couldn't be. But then why else would he be interested in you? All I saw was his bots drag you down here, all sneaky-like, and then leave. Watched the whole thing while I was pretending to be a scrap heap in the corner. Say, you're pretty sneaky too. That tunneler just now didn't even glance at you. I suggest you stay sneaky because, as the derelicts like to say, the screws are about to hit the fan. Ever since that ship landed on the surface, our humble caves have been turned into inside out and overrun by those unaware bastards. If I knew the one behind it, this can only be bad, and trust me, I know that one all too well. I know that one all too well. I give you a hook like that and I get nothing, you know, you're pretty boring to talk to. He speeds way down the corridor. So maybe we're in like a tutorial round for this first game here. I'm not sure. This is an engine. I can click on. Oh, maybe it's just I press the 3 key to see it. Yep, that's what it is. Okay. So this is an ion engine. We also get some pop-up tips up here. Pick a part by standing on it by pressing G or clicking on self. Click on any data entry to learn more about it. Keyboard players can use up and down arrows to enter. So this is an engine. It goes in our power slot. It tells us how much it weighs, what its level it is, how much strength it has, how much coverage it has. Which coverage you might be familiar with that from Cataclysm as well. It's like how likely the piece is to be hit, which is a good thing because we don't want damage to our core to happen. So the more things that we can have to cover us, the better. It produces heat. It gives extra power supply and extra power, or supplies us with power and gives us some more power storage. So yeah, we will be picking up. There we go. And there is a mouse control. You don't have to use the keyboard if you don't want. A couple of wheels in here, a couple of legs, so we get to decide whether we want wheels or legs. Wheel propulsion. Integrity of 40, coverage of 50. Time per move is 80. Takes 1 energy. Gives 10 support. I don't know what penalty means. Movement time penalty for being overweight. Okay. Let's have more integrity and coverage, I think. They take longer per move. Use more energy, same amount of heat. Same support, and a larger penalty for being overweight. Each active leg slot provides a 20% chance to kick targets out of the way instead of ramming them, resulting in no damage to self, not applicable against huge targets. I guess this is comparing them. So basically we can pick like a quick build with the wheels, or we can go with a slower, stronger build with the legs. I think I'm gonna do the wheels. Action is turn-based and time only advances when the action. See the menu, yeah. Familiar with that kind of thing. So this is a K1 Surf. It's a worker, size medium, rating 6. Anti-neutral, it's rolling. So there's just NPC robots in this game. The blue ones, or the green ones at least, are NPCs. And they're just like neutral. They're not going to attack us or anything, but they do certain things sometimes. I don't know what the surf does. And we get a gun. Got medium laser, 2 small lasers. So 1 medium laser, 1 small laser. And the matter just refills our stuff up there. So these are lasers. You might not be able to see it because this game's really dark. But there's a circle on our screen highlighted in red that shows us our range with it. Take a peek at it. It has this cool ASCII art for what it looks like. It's an energy gun, weapon, has a certain mass. I'm familiar with it. The main thing with energy weapons is they use more energy and produce a lot of heat compared to a projectile weapon. But projectile weapons use matter to fire. And there's a staircase. Oh. Go on a target or press F to aim weapons, then again to fire. So there's an enemy here. G34 mercenary. It's a grunt, it's medium, it walks, it's hostile. Core exposure is 39%, or 21%. Alright. Are these not activated? I didn't realize I had to activate them. Press P to enable auto activation of all future attack sparks. Okay. I think we do want that. Shot back at. He did hit our core, unfortunately, but mercenary is overheating. And just dead. Dropped a couple of legs and matter. It looks like this surf is picking up the scrap parts. Saying excavators are excavating, which are these guys. They're just digging out tunnels. And the surf collects debris. Or you might not be picking up the junk. You might be clearing off this like there's little cogs and stuff on the ground. In either case, let's make sure we get our... Oh, our matter's already full. We can take this guy's legs if we want. Just keep them in our inventory in case we need to change our legs. There's better ones back there, but I don't want to spend too much time in this zone in case something horrible happens. The intro sequence is really cool. Alright, so now we're on our first, like, real floor. Alert, a robot has emerged from the scrapyard. Terminate on contact. Yeah, we could run into more trouble. Assault rifles and grenade launchers. So here's the assault rifle. Side by side it with the small laser. Small laser is a little bit lighter, less integrity. Has less range than the kinetic rifle. But it doesn't use as much energy. It fires matter. Produces heat. Or it produces more heat than the rifle does. Has less recoil than the rifle. It's a little bit less damage, a little less critical chance. We also have the grenade launcher. So let's drop the extra small laser. Grab the grenade launcher. Structural scanner here. Scans all visible walls for signs of hidden doorways, reveals additional details about machines, and provides a 2% chance of detect hidden traps within field of view. Gliders checks each turn on a per trap basis and stacks. Also highlights areas that will soon cave in due to instability without further stimulation. Structural scanner. Hopefully that'll help us out. These are just like machinery. I don't think we can look at it. Fusion modulator. Doesn't do anything in particular, but if we blow it up, it'll explode. Or if we shoot at it too much, it'll explode. The excavator. Oh, there's an alarm trap there. I wonder how these work, like, do I have to step on it to trigger it, or do we just have to get near it? I guess we'll try to avoid getting too close. I saw, like, a flash over there, like a explosion, but maybe not. Oh, a scout. I don't think these things are armed, but I think they will, if they spot you, they will report you to the guys who can do something about you. So, whip out, get out my gun. Oops, I destroyed the good guy. Small matter pod. Storage capacity about 50. We would like that. Oh, it's just matter storage, I think, maybe. Like a backup wheel, since we have a wheel. Open to an interactive machine with the letter containing access to it. I think it's telling us about this T over here. This is an engineer. They tend to fix broken walls. Excuse me? Don't let me out. Draft me. Enables terrain scanning up to a distance of 12 once per turn. I don't know what that means. I'm not gonna mess with it though. Well, I don't think matter capacity is the most important thing in the world. Oh. Scout's back. Building torch. Oh, it's like a weapon. Control scanner, we already got one. So this is a terminal that we can hack. Okay, so detection is 25%, so we can do different things. I'm clicking on it. Schematic. I think this is the chance of success. Downloaded map data. We were successful. Reinforcement status. Retrieving latest report positions. No active reinforcement squads found. Receiving dispatch records. Found 12 active squads, 5 surveillance, 4 patrol, and 3 transport. I guess those are the machines that are in this level. I don't think we want to alert the level. I think that would get us in trouble. Try to get the hacking suit. Oh, we got detected. But we did get it. Now we can see the map. Light armor plating. Probably want that over the matter pod. Schematics can be used at fabricators to build something. View all schematics in possession via the status screen. Many features can be toggled or tweaked. Press escape them to open the options menu. Change how big the screen is. Your name and early score sheets are saved. Note that even with upload scores on, name and that requires guys. So yeah, there's an ASCII mode. Cogmind was designed to the ground up for all full ASCII play. With the smallest font size 10, only ASCII is supported. I think there's too much here we want to change. Yeah, let's drop the small matter pod and pick up the slight armor plating. So armor has a lot of coverage, reduces how much our core has a chance of getting hit, and has a lot of integrity. That's all it does, I think. Although it looks like it produces some heat, which is... Another terminal there. Medium matter pod, some more wheels. The welding torch. Threat detected. There's the stairs. So we could just run out of here if we want, or we can try to explore more. Probably don't want to. It's really hard to hit things in this game. The chance to hit's really low. Man, it's a comm wheel. I don't know what that means. Compact wheel. Has more integrity, more coverage, less time to move, reduced support. And we can at least throw out the extra wheel. Scandalizer. So here we can insert things that we want to replicate. I don't really think we have anything in particular that I want to have more of at the moment. Well, there hasn't been any actually dangerous spots out yet, so I think I'm going to explore a little bit more. There is a limit to how long you can stick around. Okay, that's a technician. That's probably a little bit worse. Maybe not. I don't know. Oops, didn't mean to shoot at him. Save and exit via menu, press escape and then press X. Okay, now they're here. So we'll get out of there. I don't think they can chase you up staircases or anything. Oh! The bad guy's already here. This may be a good time for... Let's see, how do we send this to inventory? I don't want to drop it, I just want to detach it. Detach is control, or I can just click and drag, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna get shot at while we do this, though. There's a blast radius there, it's really hard to see. I think we're outside of it, though, so... Fire. He's done it. That grenade launcher's badass. Let's see, is everything okay? I don't think any of our stuff was on, actually. Oops, that probably would have helped. Yeah. Should have all sorts of parts here, though. Let's see, it was 3. There we go. Oh, I don't have to hold it, I can just press it. Okay. Got some legs, I got some matter. Got a heatsink. Say we pick up the heatsink just to have it. Where is it? That's over here. Not worried about the legs. Alright. That medium laser's pretty damaged, so I'm not gonna mess around with it. Let's let him get a little bit closer before I don't know if he saw me. Let's see, how do we wait? Okay, it is period key, I just couldn't tell. Oh. Scavengers are coming. Oh, it destroyed my other gun. Get some more distance so I can put the grenade launcher back on. Is he destroyed? Those scavengers will take stuff out from under our nose. For the light nuclear core, we really want that. The level 3 power core, which is pretty bad. Badass, I mean. You can see we actually blew up a lot of the walls and stuff. You can do that with explosive weapons and I think kinetic weapons as well. I'm guessing that these glowing red parts are things that the engineers are going to come and repair because they fix the broken walls. Rougelike log. Found this when we blew a wall up, so I wonder if this is special. Contains data collected by derelicts. Data stored materials and layout. Interesting. Okay, so he took a beating. We're hurting. That's the one we were fighting before. Found the exit. Facing this guy. I want his gun if he has one. That doesn't matter. I know where the exit's at now. May as well peep around though and see if we can find anything. We are kind of... Whoop. Stash of uninstalled traps. Interesting, we can blow things up if we want. Drop the leg. Engine. Grab a couple of these. So that could be interesting, however these shock traps work. I got scared there for a second. I thought they were traps that I didn't notice. Ones that could blow me up. Another way up. And lots of stuff. Matter pods. What's the HCP matter pod? Maybe like heavy compact or something. Here's a matter pod. Increase the storage capacity by 150. It's a compact matter pod. The HCP matter pod. The compact one's like a way higher level though. Increases matter storage capacity by 200. It's high capacity. This one has less mass, more rating, less integrity, less storage capacity. But it is level 3. I want to grab it. But I don't really have much space left. I guess I can put on the compact wheel. I don't think there's a penalty for being lopsided with what kind of wheels you have. So, grab that boy. And we'll hold on to it until our armor plating breaks. So there's actually 2 ways up, which means one of these is actually a separating branch. It's not the main route up. Alright, we leveled up. I want more utility slots. Maybe another leg as well. Not too worried about power slots, not too worried about weapon slots yet. Alright. Location unknown. Goal escape. But now I can attach the compact matter pod. Not that we necessarily need it, but we are using the machine gun now, so you may wish to have it. What is that? Air station. That sounds really good. What's that? Ooh, I also want that. Oh, it repairs a broken item. Maybe? Need to repair. ETC. Oh, I have to come back for it. Okay. Beam rifle, though. Let's see. I like having the grenade launcher available. Let's compare the beam rifle to the assault rifle. So, beam rifle has more mass, higher rating, less integrity, less range, more energy, less matter, more heat. We're good to use it though. So grab it. This is probably good to go now. Okay, that's pretty cool. I could repair my other wheel too if I wanted, but I'm hoping we'll just find better ones. Oh, there's one of the partial maps that we unlocked earlier from that data log we found. Huh? What was that noise? terminal. Oh, let's see. You're derelict. Query derelict. Generic term for the many partially functioning and/or errant robots that exist in the exclamation mark caves in the mines surrounding complex 08. Some are failed experiments, some are common robots glitch beyond repair. In some cases, they may communicate with one another and exhibit rudimentary forms of organization or have developed robotic ecosystems of their own. While they could do more to control their spread, they generally do not cause too much trouble nor pose much of a threat. I find them interesting study of robotic evolution. I did, unfortunately, have to displace some of my favorite derelict populations during the construction of the complex 08. So this is like lore stuff that we're getting here. Recycling unit. Deconstruction apparatus for breaking down old components delivered by recycler class robots. Condensed matter is contained within the unit until it reaches a certain quota, at which point it is transferred to the nearest ESF. Oops. Shouldn't have done that. I didn't realize that would trigger them coming after me. Defender. He's got some bigger guns. Medium armor plating. I didn't even have to repair my armor. They all the same rank? Yeah. What was the key that we figured out for dropping? Drag to map, or we can press comma. Comma doesn't really seem to work, so I'm just gonna... Looks like we do have to go this way, unfortunately. It's not shooting. Destroyed my gun. Get pretty beat up there. My core's okay, actually. Lost a wheel. We lost... I don't remember. I guess that was the matter pod, probably. What you got on the ground? Oops. Keep holding it down, I don't need to. Fortunately, we can't wear two types of propulsion systems, so since we have wheels, we can't wear treads. But we're out of time for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed, and have a good day.